Hey Tina, what's up, Tina? How you doing tonight? I'm just kind of hanging out, bored. Can you hear me? Oh, what's up, Kevin? I goes well. I am not doing anything on a Friday evening, obviously. Just hanging out. Kevin, my man, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? I just recently watched the Thor movie that came out on Disney Plus. Have you guys seen that? I liked it. Poltergeist. Now that's like a scary movie, I think, right? I'm trying to remember exactly which one Poltergeist is, but I think that is one that has always been too scary for me. You know, Kevin, you know what it's about, bro. We just fucking went out to the garage. That's right. It's early. Oh, freaking A Honda. What's Mr. Jabroni? How are you doing, bro? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Really? Still logging in a collection, huh? I can only imagine it's going to take a while. If you're talking about a collection, logging that in, I have been on a complete pause, like of buying anything, not just comics, because in case you don't know, I collect a lot of stuff. Good. Jay Brown, my man, I messaged you back a long time ago, just so you know. But my collection consists of all kinds of stuff, like action figures. My room's just such a mess. Video games, me, DVDs, VHS, more action figures. This is my computer desk is actually like all of my short boxes. Underneath it, I got long boxes. I've been like completely redoing everything. It's still a mess, but you know. Kevin, I'm with you, man. Like, I totally buy more than I get rid of. It can be a problem for me. Missed you too, Tina. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's for me getting rid of stuff is it's not what I do, right? Like I'm a total collector. Like I buy stuff and getting rid of it is very rare. Usually when I get rid of stuff, it is it's not really selling anything. Like it's more like when I see somebody who I think needs it more than I do. Let's say, for example, a little kid or something, and I got an extra one laying around or something. That's usually when I do it. Um, I've never been a collector for like monetary value, money really. Like money just in general is not my thing. Like I get it, some people like money. Like you need money to do things, right? Um, Money's never made me happy, right? Yeah, right, Tina. Like I usually give things like when if I give things away, it's to people that I think will like it as much or more than I do. You know, like if I have something and then I see somebody who like collects exactly that, and I'm like, oh man, they would probably really like this. give it to them kind of thing. I think that people focus, dude, right? Kevin, man, you're dead on. Like I was thinking about that. Like, so Jack in the Box, right, was giving those free comic books away or whatever for a while, and then they like didn't. They're like, oh, you can only take one. But I tried to get a bunch of them. And that was exactly my plan. I was gonna hand them out at Halloween, instead of candy. I was gonna give kids comic books and stuff, but they changed all that. But yeah, man, like I got a lot of friends, and just you see it general in the community, people doing auctions all the time, a lot of auctioning. It's not really my thing. um I work, not right now. I'm actually in between jobs right now, so I'm not working, but usually I work for what I want, right? Like I feel good about things like that. Like I work hard, spend my money hard, enjoy what I like. Jabroni, man, like you need to like not just disappear so much, bro. Like you always disappeared. You hit me up and I hit you back, and you're gone for like 6 months. You're always welcome, bro. You always be family. You know that. Right? Right, man. Like seriously. Like I find that like I get more pleasure out of like making somebody smile or making a kid happy than I do like getting money. Like I understand you have to have money to pay bills, you have to have money to pay rent, you have to have money to buy food, stuff like that, right? Like, but when it comes to like things outside of that, like I'm not trying to be rich, like 100%. I'm not trying, dude. I would be, somebody who needs one, jabroni. But like, yeah, exactly, man. Parents, right? They trip. Like, I just want to live life. I don't need a lot. I'm very simple. Like I know some people that need a lot in life. They always got to have the best. Always got to have this. I mean, like I'm not saying like I want to be a bum, but like at the end of the day, money isn't what makes me happy. It's not. It's never been. And I think that some people don't understand that, right? Like some people, they're like, "Oh, I got money, or I got this, I got that, I got to." You see it here in the comic book community, like people always trying to show off their biggest books or post their biggest books. It's never been me. I'd rather post like some cheap book that I like. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to brag. I got everything I want. I got everything I need, pretty much. Like, but it's about how you act and how you represent yourself as a human being, I think, in a lot of aspects. Jay Brown, I'm glad to see you, man. Like sometimes I worry about your ass. Sometimes you just disappear, bro. This love is a lot of it, right, Kevin? Like straight up. I think what's funny is I just watched the Thor Love and Thunder movie. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. Like I know a lot of people are shitting all over it. Um, but like I liked it, and that was one of the big things I talked about. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't cry, okay, but I definitely got watery eyes at this point where Thor's with Jane, right? And he's like, "Ah, I want to feel shitty over you." And she's like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "I just want to have that shitty feeling." He goes, "I'd rather feel shitty about losing you than being empty," right? Like I think that's kind of true in a lot of senses. Like we just want somebody to care about us. I feel like somebody to care about us who isn't forced, right? Like we all got family, and let's face it, family pretty much is forced. You're the family; they're forced to love you, right? Right. I thought that movie was good too. Like it made me laugh, made me smile, it gave me all the emotions that I was asking for. But it just validates that point that it's like sometimes people just want to be loved and appreciated for being just a human, right? Like Because at the end of the day, like when you sit down and you focus on life and what it's about, it's never about money, right? It's about family, it's about love, and it's about the people that are there for you the most, right? Like when you need them the most. I agree 100%. To be devoid of feelings is the inability to love. You're 100% correct. And I'm not sure that everybody is born like, because there's some cold people in the world. I'm not sure they're all born devoid of feelings, but I think that it's something that's instilled with you through life, right? Like some people, I feel like are taught to hate. It's a sad thing to say, but you get people who are taught to hate. You get people who are taught to love, and then sometimes I feel like people, it's just innate inside of them to love or to hate, right? Like people talk about like your upbringing, your surroundings. They create a big part of who you are, right? It's one of those things where it's like if you come from a family who doesn't show you love, do you like you don't really know what that's all like growing up, right? Like my family wasn't the type of family that would be like, oh, you made a mistake, it's okay, you'll be okay next time you get it right. My family was the kind of family that's like, what the fuck, like could you make that mistake? How could you be so stupid to make that mistake? And a lot of times you grow up when you hear that from people that you love, it's like you start to believe it. And until it is, right? Very therapeutic for people in a sense. Like, I think people tend to they feel like they need things, right? When they have money, they can fill those holes. Like, oh, I feel like shit. Let me just go out to Target and buy that action figure. Like I've been there. That's kind of what it is. It's a therapeutic thing. I get on the internet. And that's why I have so much shit, right? Like I work hard, and at the end of the day, I come home and I feel like I'm empty. I feel like I'm missing something. I see this and I buy it, and it makes me happy, right? That man, you're hit a nail on the head, Kevin. That's exactly where I was leading to. I feel great for that night, right? Like, oh, cool, I bought this cool ass fucking thing. And then you wake up the next day and it's like this routine. It's like this cycle, You're like, oh, fuck, whatever. And then, like, you're laying around, screwing off on eBay. You find something else. You're like, oh, yeah, let me buy this. Pretty soon you get into this habit of where you're just like trying to fucking buy shit to fill these holes, right? I think that's what it is. I got, like, seriously, boxes. These are all just like full of like action figures and toys and shelves of video games. Like a lot of it represents like my childhood and my family, and like my memories I have with like cousins and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's all been bought because like I felt like I needed it, because there's something inside of you that you're like, oh, I want that. That'll make me happy for now. It is. And I think a part of that is because, like, as a kid, everything I got was like hand me down. Everything was, oh, like at the end of the year, my cousins would give me everything. Like, I never got anything new. All my clothes were hand me downs. I'd get all my toys from my cousins. Their bicycles, when they get new bikes, I'd get their old ones, stuff like that. I think you do become more appreciative of things when you don't have so much of it growing up. And I think that does become like not entitlement, but spoiled. It makes people spoiled. I think it's good to know what it's like to not have. Because when you know what it's like to not have, like, I think you're very much more appreciative when you actually finally get those things. People make fun of me all the time because, like, all my stuff is like the stuff that I buy is like brand new, like in the package, and I don't ever take it out, right? I don't ever. Is People are like, why don't you ever take it out? I'm just like, I don't want it to get messed up. I don't want it to get damaged. I don't want it to get dirty. And a lot of that is because growing up as a kid, you get what, you get one of everything. You're lucky to get what you get, right? And when that's gone, you don't get another. So, Simon, bro, what's up? Good to see you, man. Hope you and Sarah are doing well tonight. Thank you for hanging out. I was just chilling on a Friday, kind of bored, so I hopped on here. No agenda, just talking about life, I guess, really. So I got this buddy. Yeah, collect your way. Okay, like, so something, I don't want to really bring it up or talk about it, but this whole thing on Instagram, I know you're not on Instagram, Tina, so luckily you probably haven't seen it, but there's been a big fucking debate. Hey, thanks, Jabroni. Appreciate it. There's been a lot of this talk about this acetate gate, Clayton Crane thing, and I think at the end of the day, I'm not going to say much about. At the end of the day, there's a lot of hypocritical people on not just YouTube but on Instagram. People that will say, "Hey, yeah, collect how you like, collect your way, your collection, right? Spend your money how you want." But then when you go out and you say you get something that, if you're a Miles Morales collector, I bet you want the acetate Ultimate Fallout 4, right? Like I'm an Incredible Hulk collector, and I want everything. I don't care what it is. If the Incredible Hulk's on it, I want it. Toilet paper, I don't care. If it's got the Incredible Hulk, I want it. And I guarantee there's Miles Morales collectors out there who want that book. But then you got people who are like, oh, collect your way. But if you're buying this book, you're fucking screwing the community. You're this, you're that, you're that. And they'd be all hypocritical about it. Like, I'm not saying that, like, it's a problem, like, necessarily, because YouTube is YouTube. Do what you want. And I agree to that. I will always agree with speaking your mind 100%. I don't care if I agree with you about what you're talking about. I think that every human being needs the guts to speak for themselves, right? Do your research, make your own decisions, speak for yourself. So when you're talking about something like that, I get it. People they're trying to look out for people, but at the same time, man, like, you're also telling people that they're dumb for purchasing these. You know what? Like, I'm sick of it. Like, your opinions are cool, but that's what they are. Your opinions. It's okay to have one, but you don't got to be putting people down for buying books that they like that you might not. And I feel like that's where a lot of this is headed. I see a lot of it on Instagram. Exactly. Exactly. And I feel like there's a lot of people on Instagram. Like, I watch these people who are talking so much crap. Right? Exactly, Simon. It was crazy, bro. Like, I'm watching all these people who are talking all this crap about it, though, right? But yet the next day they're like, "Oh, I just got these. What is that Genie? That Genie book? I just found 8 copies of these on the shelf. I'll sell them to you for $100." What's the difference between somebody going out and buying all the books on the shelf for cover price and then trying to turn around and screw you and flipping them for going price, when they're sitting there talking crap about the Ultimate Fallout 4 acetate? Dude, right? I know, Garrel. Mr. Garrel, you're alive, bro. What's up? If you don't know, go check out Mr. Garrel. He's always on Twitch. Dude, are you still on Twitch? I don't see you on Twitch, man. So I'll tell you a funny story, Tina, is there's a lot of people on Instagram that I just strictly follow to make sure that they do not talk shit about me. There's a lot of shady people on Instagram, and I really follow a certain few just to make sure, to keep my eyes on them, because they run their mouth. A lot of this Ultimate Fallout 4 crap was done by people running their mouth. I'm not going to mention their name, right? Like every other day, yes. But yeah, man, I really like. There's certain people that I do want to call out, but I'm just not into that game. But it's crazy. Like, I watch these people on Instagram. They're like my age, and they're acting like they're like 12 years old. Promi, what is up, bro? What's going on, man? I am watching you. You know it. You may be the time traveler, but I'm the watcher, so I always got my eyes on you. How you doing tonight, man? But I just don't get it. People are so interested in everybody else, like to the point where they get mad about what you're doing with your life. I don't know. I just think that there's a whole lot of other shit that people should be worrying about, like themselves, before they're worrying about other things. Like the exposure. I guess what it's about. I've been in this business of YouTube. I don't know if it's a business. I don't make money. I shouldn't have said it like a business. But I've been in YouTube for 7 years now, man. 7 freaking years making videos, watching videos. And everybody wants to expose the people that are popular. Now, Barb, what's up, bro? Oh man, food sounds good, Promi. For sure. For sure. What's up, Barb? How you doing tonight, man? Good seeing you. I'm just talking about all these idiots on Instagram who are like constantly just like all they're trying to do is expose the big guys to be frauds and shit. Like that's been going on. Like these people aren't new. People have been trying to expose everybody for years, and they still get 50,000 people watching them, 50,000 people subscribing to them. It's just like I think that people get wrapped up, man. Like these people, like there's like a 1,200, 1,500 people that follow like everybody in the comic book community, right? We pretty much like between me, Barbarian, Mr. Garrel, Promiscuous, we've all got like the same 1,200, 1,500 followers, right? A lot of us. And I think a lot of those people think that that's what comic book collecting is those 12, those 1,500 people. Like they forget that there's a whole world out there. And I think that a lot of the people who really collect don't even give a shit about Instagram. They don't care about Facebook. They don't care about these influencers. You know, like people act like these influencers are a big deal. Yeah, not in comics. Who gives a fuck about these guys on YouTube and shit, right, girl? Like, if you're a real, like, I go to my comic book shop and nobody in there knows who I am. Nobody knows. Nobody's talking about YouTube. Nobody's talking about Comic Tom. Nobody's talking about this or that. They're in there to pick up their books. They're in there to search through long boxes. And I just don't get it, man. Like these fools, they act like they're doing you a service for trying to call out these people. Oh, look at all this. Now, the biggest thing on this week is Clayton Crane ran off with some dude's wife. Like, the drama, the bullshit. Like, don't you guys have something else to do with your life? Right, Barbarian? Like, there's no exact number. I was talking, my buddy Chris Lopez, Issues, you know him. We were talking, and I was like, dude, I can't put an exact number on it, but I bet you 75% of people who actually collect comic books paying zero attention to YouTube and probably don't pay any attention to Instagram. Like that's just an estimate number. There's no I don't have any numbers to prove what I'm thinking, my theory. But these guys, it's crazy that these guys with like 1,500 followers think they're the fucking shit, right? Like literally, I went to a high school whose graduating senior class was like 3,000 people. So when I sit here and I talk, oh, you got 15 fucking hundred subscribers who follow you, like that ain't nothing. And these people think that they're like something. They're the shit. I'm trying not to mention any names, but there's some people that just rub me the wrong way in the community, you know? Totally get you, Promiscuous, right? For sure. That's totally 100% cool. And Mr. Girl, I think you hit it right on the spot. Like that's kind of what I'm leading into is like where I come from, if you're really gonna try to pick a fight, like if you're gonna go fucking try to make your name, if you fucking want to do something, you're gonna go after the biggest fish in the pond. Yeah, exactly. Only a small few people care, right? That's what I'm saying, man. But like these guys are just fucking crazy. It's insane. Like, I'm not even a Comic Tom fan. I don't watch Comic Tom. I don't watch Jim Mint. Like, those guys can do whatever they want. I don't give a fuck. Like, and I feel like that's how everybody should be. You should do whatever you want. Like, YouTube is lawless, man. Like, be you, make whatever videos you want. If people watch it, that's cool. If people don't watch it, it's all right too. And then you get these fools who are like, I think they get mad. They're jealous. It's a lot of jealousy because fools say this. Well, you know what? Like, you might not like this person, but there's 50,000 people who just watch this video that say they do. And that means there's 50,000 people that don't give a fuck about what you think. So for you to sit here and bitch about this shit, it just gets fucking old. And I'm not talking about it. I watch your videos, probably. I know how you were all over that UF4 acetate. It's cool. I'm not tripping on shit. I'm just saying, like, people fucking are hella fucking haters. People are fucking little bitches. All this shit. Like, what is the comic community? Right? Like, really, what is it? You get a handful of people that you fucking trust, a dozen people that you fucking trust. The rest of these fools are just fucking random fools that could be like 58-year-old pedophiles sitting in their parents' basements. Like, I think it's funny when people try to be, oh, the comic community this, the comic community that. Like, is it a comic community? What is it? Because the only people I feel like that treat it like a community are the people that are like really trying to make money off of people. Support my Patreon, right? Support this. Join my fucking channel. Shut up, girl. You damn liar. Damn liar. Yeah, exactly. What even is this, right? Like, I got a group of great friends that I've made off of YouTube and I've made off of Instagram. And it's been awesome. But there's also a lot of fools. Like, there's so many, like, as I get older, I find out the world is a lot bigger, right? Like, we realize how big the world is. Growing up, I thought that, like, my girlfriend breaking up with me, I was gonna go to fucking school the next week and everybody's gonna make fun of me. Like, that's not really the world we live in. It's much bigger than that, right? Like, nobody gives a fuck about what you do. Nobody gives a fuck your girlfriend broke up with you. Shit like that. But I think that some of these people take it so seriously and drastically, this shit, right? They get so amped up and so built up and they think that this is finite, that this is it. This is what it ain't, man. Hey, you're always my homie, jabroni. You need to fucking pop up more. I message your ass back. But, like, I just get tired of this shit, man. Like, everybody support me, support this, support that. Oh, fucking, so and so is talking shit about me. Grow the fuck up, man. Like, who the fuck are you? I watch all these videos. Somebody says your name and you get butthurt and you're trying to fucking. It's fucking YouTube, bro. Fucking YouTube, man. Nobody gives a fuck. I know you stream on Twitch. Go check him out, Mr. Garrett Gaming, guys. Live on Twitch. Show some Doctor. Bro, who the fuck collects Doctor Strange, man? Like, seriously. Garrett? I'm just kidding. I did. Hey, speaking of, I watched that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I am collecting comics in a sense. Like, I'm actually not working right now, so I'm not really like buying anything. But yes, to answer your question, I am collecting. It's just at this moment I'm not purchasing anything because I don't have any money. That's why. But like I got all my desk is now like all my comic books. Bam. The Incredible Hulk, girl. The best character ever. I got books under here. And then like action figures set up over here, right? I got action figures set up all on that dresser. Then those are my VHSs, Barb. DVDs. Get my face out of the way. Those are video games. I got like Xbox 360, GameCube, Wii, 64, Super Nintendo. Got some shit chilling right there. Those are like all my strategy guides: Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. There's the CRT TV in there with some crap chilling on top. Just reorganized it. Oh, absolutely, Simon. That was like the worst video I ever did. Was my Nintendo collection. Nobody watched that shit. Crazy, man. What time is it, Simon? Where you are? You know what? Like, that's what I do, Tina. I collect what's fun. What I think is fun. Shut up, man. Mr. Girl hating. You just hating because I started collecting Star Wars too. You bastard. You know, my Star Wars collection is just comic books. So, oh wow, that's cool. It is Friday, 12:18 a.m. here. I'm on the West Coast, California, so I not as late as Old Wolf. Simon Old Wolf was just talking shit to me, bro. He was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, "At least when I call Simple Simon, he always shows up. You and Kevin, Entropy and Comics, you guys are like never around." I was like, "Fucking kind of shit that Old Wolf. You hating motherfucker." No, I'm just kidding. He did say that, but it was in love. I love it. We're still trying to get that GoFundMe, Old Wolf Australia. Right, me and Mad Spidey. We're hanging out with him. And he's like, I just gotta tell you, Jeffrey, you and Kevin are just like never around, but like Simon and Sarah, whenever I call them, they're always there. I was like, motherfucker, you hating ass. Cheers. Cheers. Trying to keep it simple. How many channels do you have now, Garrel? There's Mr. Garrel's Game. You still do Mr. Garrel's Garage? I feel like Mr. Garrel's Garage is like your most successful channel, honestly. Do you still do that one? I think he was drinking pretty good tonight. But yeah, man, like, people just need to get over themselves. They're always trying to be. They think they're like being an influencer is something. I don't know. I don't understand it. I ain't trying to influence anybody. Well, I guess technically I am. A truck video, right? Oh, there you go. More. Thanks, girl. I don't need any thumbs up. Give me fucking thumbs down. Fuck the system. I was thinking about. I've been playing my GameCube a lot, Garrow. Do you have one of those? I just recently. Yeah, fuck, dude, so much money. Gas, like you're. I don't know. I don't know what it's like out there in Texas, but gas is stupid. I got a stupid governor. His name is Gavin Newsom. Like, it's all fucked up out here. Money, everything costs money, girl. No, it's ridiculous, bro. That's just kind of what I was leaning into in this thing. Is like, I feel like a lot of people these days put a very big emphasis on like money. Oh, I'm sure it is. Like, I'm sure it is. So when gas first got raised, dude, I was paying like over $6 a gallon. It was dumb. Shut up, Jabroni. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. You're lucky. And you got a Honda. So my truck gets like 16 miles to the gallon with a light foot. You know what I mean? Like, who's got a light foot? I don't got a light foot. Like, I'm pedal to the metal everywhere I go, scaring the shit out of you if you're in the passenger seat. I get like 14 miles to the gallon in my truck. Whatever. That's the best I've ever gotten in any vehicle. 14 miles to the gallon with the AC blasting. Hell yeah. Fill me up. Premium only. $3. I'd take that, dude. I would take that. It's over $5 a gallon right now. But I don't do a lot of driving. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I drive everywhere. Like I probably haven't driven in over a week. I try to make it last. I don't do a lot. Oh, E85. Okay, we do have E85 out here. I do not use it. I don't know if my truck's new enough to run it. Oh, that's cool. E85, that's ethanol. I think they make that out of corn. Pretty cool. Yeah, man. Fuck 6 people. I got 6 people watching me? That's crazy. It's just Friday night and I'm bored. I was just gonna see. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Let's see. I'll show you guys some books. So what I've been doing, like I haven't been buying a lot of books. I've been investing money into the books that I already have, right? Getting them cleaned and pressed and things like that. Mr. Girl, I know you hate this, but we got The Incredible Hulk, issue number 6, 5.0, CBCS. I sent my first round into CBCS, and I got more at CGC right now, getting ready to come back. So I also got this Thor. Man, it is a newsstand, in case you don't know. 9.4. It's cool. It's in pretty good shape. You know what's cool? I bought this book like when I first got back into collecting, like 6 years ago. I paid like $10 for this book. Getting it slabbed, cleaned and pressed was like another $50. So I'm $60 into a book, and I mean, I think this is just the way to go. Like, it makes sense for somebody like me who is into just my collection. I'm not into flipping books. I'm not into buying and selling. I will eventually, like, the books are gonna leave, like, at some point. Like, I'm gonna die. My niece will take them over. Like, I mean, I don't have kids right now, at least, so my niece gets them. Shut up. But like, I don't have kids. If I have kids, they'll get them. They could do whatever they want with them. If I don't have kids, it's my retirement, I guess. Which it's not like a lot of money, but you know what I'm saying. If not, my niece will take them because what am I gonna do? I'm dead, right? Nothing. You don't do anything when you're dead. I got more coming. Also got this book. Am I sending this off? I bought this book right here, New York Comic Con, like 2019, when I went with Comic Books NYC. 7.0. Still a couple $100 book. I paid like $30 for it. The guy had it. I remember when he had it marked $30. I just walked up to him and I bought it, and I took it back. And everybody's like, you didn't haggle with him. You didn't try to get it cheaper. Like, nah, $30 seemed like a cool deal. Which definitely now, $30, 7.0. Like, I'm totally like, I don't know. I'm not much of a haggler. Like half the time, I feel like I'm autistic. Like I think I might really have autism. I don't know. I'm not that social person. Like if you got $40 on the price of a book, and I feel like that's a cool price, why haggle? I'm gonna pay for it. It's not worth it. Like I'm not a haggler. What about this one? Oh, newsstand, 7.5, Star Wars. Yeah, man. I got another book somewhere. What else was I going to show? What is this? What is this? I got books everywhere, man. Okay. Well, that's not it. I just recently, boom. I just picked Go to Hell. I'm in California, man. I'm right there. I just picked this one up. Incredible Hulk 441. So, like, like this is the newsstand. It is. And the difference between, I don't have the book I do have it, kind of. So you see, as 150 cents, it's also a price variant. The direct edition, for some reason, is a different price. The direct edition is 195 cents. You see right here, where it says 150 cents. If you buy the direct edition, which I also have a copy of the direct edition, it's 195 cents, and then there is not the barcode. It's kind of weird. I've never seen any other book that was like a price variant and a direct or a newsstand variant also. Yeah, it's awesome cover. Awesome cover. I love that. Oh man. Hey, are you still there, Kevin? Weren't you collecting Star Wars High Republic? Because I got a lot of those books, and man, some of those covers are awesome. Like, this is one of my favorite. Oh, whoops. Yeah, no, the newsstand in that version is at least like double the price, and it's like when people start talking about rare, I don't know what rare is. I've never seen one in the wild. You go to eBay and you can find a few here and there, but they're always like double the price of the regular one. But it's very, for me, I'm not like professional or nothing, but I feel like it's very rare that you see a newsstand and a direct edition differ in price. Like maybe that's just me. Dude, this is the Mike Mayhew variant for the Star Wars High Republic issue number 3. Like it's not an expensive book, but it's a super great. I love that cover, man. I have like 3 or 4 complete runs of the High Republic, and I almost have a full complete run of them slabbed. I don't. Mr. Garrel's dumbass got me stuck on fucking Star Wars. And that was like the first series I started collecting. So I was like, oh, I want like every issue slabbed. But whatever. There's some cool covers. And I do like that series a lot. I'm just kidding, Mr. Garrel. You know I love you. This is another one that I recently got back. I had sent this off to CBCS 7.0. I had it cleaned and I had it pressed, but it's got stains. I know. I'm just kidding, Mr. Garrel. It's got, if you can see the book like itself is like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to say the book itself is in mint condition, but it's got stains on it. The book is cool, but there's a lot of weird like brown staining on it, which was there. And I sent it in to get clean, to get pressed, and it looked a lot nicer. Came out 7.0. I'm happy with that. I am. Okay. These are my books. These are my books from my collection that I've bought in raw, and I'm sending them out to get slabbed. And a lot of these books, there's certain ones like this book, 7.0. It's not like the highest grade, right? So now I know my original copies of 7.0. Maybe one day I would like to get a higher grade, right? Foxing. Is that what that is? I thought foxing was like when it's like starting to be brittle, falling apart. Like this shit almost looks like it's got coffee, but it's like all around the book. It's almost like tanning, but not quite like tanning. Maybe, I don't know, but I mean the book's cool. All the corners are fine. No spine ticks got staining on it. Whatever. I like it. Love it. Is that all of them? I think that's all my books I send to CGCS. I got 5 books out at CGC right now. Hey, thank you for showing up, Simon. Appreciate it, man. Good seeing you. Take care, brother. 5 books out at CGC right now. I got Incredible Hulk, or maybe it's just Hulk #1, the first Red Hulk, first appearance of the Red Hulk, issue #1. It's out at CGC. First appearance of Abomination. Tells to Astonish 89. Tells to Astonish 90. First cover appearance of Abomination. First appearance of Boomerang, I think that's Telstra Astonish 85. Then I got Telstra Astonish issue number 101, also out at CGC. Oh, freaking crazy, Mr. Girl. Go to bed, bro. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll be checking you out on Twitch, even though you don't ever play any good games. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Barb says beat it. But I feel like prices have somewhat been dropping in the market. Anybody else feel like that? I do. And with the prices falling, I felt like it was a good time to get some important books. I did that for myself. Like issue 59, Tales to Astonish. This is the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk in Tales to Astonish. It's like his 9th overall appearance. Yeah, so here's what I suggest to anybody, and maybe you could back me up on this, Kevin. I see these books going for ridiculous prices, right? Like a book you can buy raw for like $250, $300 raw, but then you get them graded and people are trying to charge you like an extra $1,000. It's crazy, man. If you're out there and you're watching this, find somebody who is like noteworthy, significantly a good presser and cleaner of comic books. Is somebody who sends them in and grades them. Because I'm just saying, like a book like this is probably like a 4.0, 4.5. But you're gonna pay like $600-$700 for a slabbed 4.5. You can go and buy this for like $250 raw. Pay somebody. I got a guy who will clean and press it for like $50. It's like $10 to clean, $10 to press. He sends it into CGC, gets a slab. It's like $50 plus shipping. And I'm not paying those thousands of extra dollars for a book. But yet, then I send this out and I get it like 4.5 and it comes back to me. I'm invested like $300 into this book that somebody would have to go out and pay like $600, $700, $800 for. Like, don't be fooled. People aren't going to tell you that kind of thing because they want your money. You know what I mean? They don't want to tell you the truth. They don't want to be like, hey, but go buy this book raw for somebody for like a third of the price. Then just have it clean, press, slab yourself, save yourself $1,000. Makes sense to me. I just think that as if you want to call this thing comic book community, I just want to suggest that you trust people. I wouldn't be focused so much on community. I would be focused on who you really call your friends. You know? People that you really trust, because I don't even know. I'm not going to put a number on how many people claim to be in the comic book community, but I could put a number on how many people that I could call my friends. Most of them are in this chat right now, you know, plus a handful of other people. So you take the people that showed up in the chat tonight. You had people like Tony Sanders, Houdat Comics, Boston Chris, you know, maybe a few other people. Those are my friends. Those are the people that I trust. I have like 1,500 people who follow me on YouTube or on Instagram. I mean, I trust 20 of them. Call like 25 friends, you know, 20, 25 friends. I just want to suggest to you to be very wary, because people are going to take advantage of you if they can. It's a shitty thing to say, but it's the truth. I don't trust a lot of people. It's hard, man. You know? Barb, I need to talk to you. If you're pressing and cleaning Barbarian Kung Fu, like, we need to hook up. I'm down. Right? Well, just figure the raw price of that, Barb, and add, like, you go and buy that same book for like a fraction of the price raw. And then you spend $50 to send it in, get clean pressed, and graded yourself. So you're in at like 350, 450 instead of like thousands of dollars. And I think people need to start thinking about that because people are ripping them off. Like when you find out the price that you can buy a raw book for, and you compare that to the price that same grade, let's just okay. This is a book that I purchased because it's going up in price. Let's just say this is maybe a 3.5, 4.0. I send it in, I get it graded, comes back 3.5, 4.0, $500, $600 book. Stupid crazy, right? But you can go out and you can buy this book in a raw shape, $150, $200, spend an extra $50, send it into somebody, you get cleaned, pressed, you get it graded, you get it shipped out to you. You got $350 invested into this book that otherwise you would have paid $600 for, right? Like, I'm watching auctions on YouTube and people are pulling out Moon Knight number ones from 2000 that are the fucking second printing with a blue fucking stripe at the bottom. They're trying to charge you all kinds of fucking money for it. You can go and you can buy it for $20 on eBay, and they're trying to charge you $100 for it raw. It's just like, I get it. If you don't do your research and you buy it, that's your bad. You should own that. Whatever. I just do your research, man. Like it's like with everything in life, with whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's anything. I try to tell people that you should never take anybody's word for anything. You listen to people, you hear what they're saying, and if you're really thinking about it, you go and you do your research to find out if they're right. Find out if they're telling you the truth. Because there's been so many times when I mean, this was like when I was a young kid, but I'd come back and I'd be like, oh, this. And I'm like, what? That's not right. That's not true. Who told you that? Well, so and so said it's true. No, well, you're wrong. And then like you feel like a dummy. So after you learn in life. You don't just trust people. You can't just take people's word, man. You got to do your research. If you're looking at a book, go look. Go look on eBay, man. You're gonna buy this book for $800. Go see what it's recently sold for on eBay. You could type it in. You can see what it's recently sold for. Don't just buy the first one you see. It's hard sometimes. Oh man, Barb, like especially after so I sent my first round into CBCS, and then like a week later it came out that these fools were losing people's books. And that was like a week after I got mine back. I mean, so like I was just like, oh my gosh, like how can you then you find out that places like CBCS, they're getting their books and they're like sending them to their employees' houses for their employees to like grade at their houses and then ship back to CBCS. I don't know. Right. Hey, promiscuous, man. Like, seriously. Like, a book is worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. That's how I feel. Like, like, if you're a super big collector and you got big pockets and you're just like, that book is what you want, and somebody's asking $300 for it, okay. Like, I compare that to the Ultimate Fallout 4. Like, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I say, like, I'm an Incredible Hulk fan. I want anything with the Incredible Hulk on it. I don't care if it's a fucking record book. I don't care if it's a piece of toilet paper. If the Incredible Hulk's on it, I want to add it to my collection. And I would assume that like Miles Morales collectors are probably like that with the Ultimate Fallout 4 acetate. If you're a big old Miles Morales collector, you want everything in Miles Morales, that book comes out and you want it. Like People are talking shit. Oh, this, that. The fucking flag wasn't folded right. Oh, it looks like shit. Oh, how could Clayton Crane do that? I can understand all of those. But if you're a Miles Morales fan and you're out there collecting Miles Morales, you want that book. You're going to buy it, right? Like, the price sometimes is secondary, at least for me. Like, say I got a friend who's having a bad time in life, right? But I know that this will make them happy. Like, I buy this book and it's going to cheer them up. Even if it's for 30 seconds, it's going to put a smile on their face. And I got to pay like the book that I want. There's only one of them there. It's probably like 50, 60 bucks overpriced. But I don't care because at the end of the day, extra 50, 60 bucks will make a person smile, whatever, you know? Like sometimes I feel like people get so caught up in monetary values. Oh, well, my collection's worth this much. Oh, well, my collection's worth this much. Well, you know what? This Incredible Hulk book that's worth 50 fucking cents makes me happier than that $5,000 comic will ever make you. You know what I mean? Like, I think people just sometimes get so caught up that they have to have this, they have to be this, and they have to have the best of everything. I'm just kind of like, you know what? I don't really fucking care. Fuck you. I like my shit better than yours, anyways. But as an Incredible Hulk collector, like you kind of get to understand that you're like on your own. Like I don't find a whole lot of Incredible Hulk collectors out there. I think it's a thing. You know, I like to read the Incredible Hulk books because half the time it's just smashing. There's not a lot of thought to it. There's not much complexity, and I think I like that as a person. And I think that I do think that who you like as a comic book, like say your favorite comic book character is this person or that person, I think that does kind of reflect who you are in a sense. Like I'm a very simple person. I don't want no bullshit. I just want a cool story. I want some fucking like mutants or some fucking superheroes smashing shit, right? I want to be able to get into a book. I want it to take me away. I don't want to be like, oh, this is just like my life. Oh, hey, this character is just like me. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I can relate to that. Nah, fuck no. I want absolutely nothing that I can relate to. Because when I'm reading a comic book, I want it to take me away from everything that I can relate to. And I get it if you're that person. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, for me, like, I read The Incredible Hulk. I am The Incredible Hulk, you know? For that 15 minutes that I'm reading that comic book, everything the Incredible Hulk goes through is what I'm going through. I'm going through that with him. And I think that that's what really like holds that character special to me. And I think that a lot of people are like, you know, if you like Spider-Man, maybe you can relate to him. I don't even collect Spider-Man, like, because, you know, there's no sentimentalness to it. The Incredible Hulk, there's so much sentimentalness to it. I can relate, I can draw, I can feel like what he feels, everything. And I know it's weird because it's just like fictional characters, but I think that that's why we tend to relate to the characters that we like the most. Same thing can be said with the movies. Like I said, I like Thor. This last Thor movie that came out. Barb, bro, like people used to laugh at me when I used to tell them that Howard the Duck was like my favorite movie of all time. Like seriously. Like I'm talking about like I was 4 or 5. That was like my favorite movies. Howard the Duck. I love Howard the Duck. It's one of the coolest characters ever. But that movie was great. Man, Howard the Duck is awesome. But like I'm just saying, like, don't be influenced by anybody. You know? Like if you like something, like that shit. And like that shit a lot. No matter what it is. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because their opinion is not yours. I think a lot of people feel like they have to be what's that word when you need somebody to be, oh, you're so good at this, oh, you did such, like praising people. Like people, there's certain people that need to be, you're right, you're so right, everything you do is right. Oh yes, this. I don't know. I'm not that person, you know? Like I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna do what I want. Because a lot of it is because I have faith in myself that I'm a good person. I know the person that I am. But I think that some people need to be, dude, the Howard the Duck's so cool. I think some people need that. like kick in the ass, that support maybe. Hey, you're the best ever. I don't know. Leave that shit to the fucking kids in high school. That's what I say. Once you, I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't even know, like, really the age. You still here, Kevin? Man, thanks for hanging out so long. Hope you have a good night. Thank you, brother. It's just like when I turned 18 years old, I thought I knew everything. Like I thought so much shit, right? Like, oh, I know how I'm fucking I don't know nothing. I'm 18 years old. Like I barely understand the concept of fucking life. Like I barely understand how to fucking breathe. I don't like, you think you know everything, but when it comes down to it, like you really know about this much. And like really, I probably wasn't 30, probably was about 30 years old before you start to conceptually realize how big the world is. And I think that a lot of people think too highly of themselves. They think of their shit fucking don't stink. Like their opinion matters. There's always somebody who wants to hear some shit. But like it doesn't really matter. And what I say by that is like there's always people out there who will feed into your bullshit. But what you really need is people who tell you to shut the fuck up when you're talking too much. Or like, when you're not making any sense. They try to straighten you out. People feed into these other like people who just are like, "Oh yeah, you're always right. You're always doing this. Oh yeah, this is good. This is great." I don't know how you would go about fixing anything like that other than just like telling somebody shut the fuck up, you sound like an idiot. And that's part of the problem for me. Like, right? Like that's probably not the best way to handle any situation. Cause that's like first thing, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, shut the fuck up. That's like a lot of times that's the first thought off of my mind. It's like, what the fuck, you're an idiot. And I'm not the best at handling situations like that. But I'm very good at thinking internally, putting things together. I like to visualize myself. I like to visualize things in other people's perspectives before I even start to like there's so much shit going on in the world. Like you can sit there and call somebody an asshole, but until you really like sit there and understand where they're coming from, are they really an asshole? Maybe they just got their fucking ass beat. Maybe their fucking rent's been due. They just got. You don't ever understand fully where somebody's coming from, right? So you always try to get, dude. Well, I've been fucking in fucking hiding, Arsenio. That's where I've been. It's good to see you, bro. No, it is, man. And like I said, Barb, like I've met some great people through this community, but I also think there's a lot of fucking people that you need to stay away from in this community. Oh yeah, man. Like I just been chilling. I haven't felt very artistic lately. I made a video, like 2 weeks ago, Arsenio. First video I've done in a long time. I just haven't been feeling things creatively. Been looking for jobs. I've had a few jobs here and there, kind of in and out, and things just haven't really been feeling into it very much. Just hanging out tonight. Wanted to see what everybody was up to, but like overall, like I'm doing well. Like life ain't perfect, but fuck, I'm doing pretty damn good. Hope you're doing well. How you doing, bro? Yeah. Um, I just try to advise everybody, man. Like, I'm a paranoid motherfucker too. Just in case you don't know, I don't trust anybody. Very few people. Very, very few. So, if you're ever like doing anything like something like You've heard it. It's cliche. We've all heard it. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It's probably a pretty good saying. Like, I've never gone out and done anything that like somebody said was like, "Oh, here, take this at this great deal," and it actually turned out to be one. I think there are a lot of phony ass motherfuckers on Instagram. I think they're out there just to get you to fucking give them money. Same thing with YouTube. That's what it all comes down to. And like probably not anybody watching this channel, but I think there's a lot of people out there who could fall into some stupid stuff. I just don't want anybody to do that. I'm not trying to be like, oh, don't buy comics. People are trying to rip you off. I know that's what it sounds like. I get my best friends, Tony Sanders, Who Dat Comics. They sell in auctions all the time. Go buy from them. They always hook you up with a great price. But there are people that you need to watch out for, and those are not the people that I'm talking about, obviously. But I'm talking about the guys that sit there and talk shit about other people for selling. People that are like out there. Oh, don't buy this. This person's a scumbag. But I'll sell you this fucking book right now for $100 that I just bought off the shelf for like $3. There's a lot of hypocrites out there. Like if somebody's talking shit about another person for selling a book, or fucking talking shit about this for that, but then they're out there trying to sell books. It might not be the same book, but they're doing the same thing. But they don't see the difference. You know what I mean? Whatever. I just think a lot of people are fucking shitholes. Really. There's a lot of shitholes out there. I don't know, man. There's a lot of good people out there too. Like, I'm not trying to sit here. See, Bart, that's right, bro. He wants to get a good deal off you and then turn around and make money. Like, how does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Arsenio, I just felt like things have changed. Like, I'm not the best at like editing videos, but I always wanted to feel like something that I was doing was like artistic. Like there was a reason why I was doing it, not just to be like, because anybody can get behind a camera, right? And just fucking come out here and fucking spew out bullshit. But it got like my computer fucking blew up on this laptop that barely fucking works. You know, like shit's been kind of fucked up, but like I don't mean like fucked up. Like it's nothing I'm losing sleep over, but it makes making content a little bit harder, stuff like that. I just get fucking tired of fucking a lot of fucking shit, man. Like I'm not. When you typically hear people being like, "Oh yeah, like I like being around people. I'm a social butterfly." It's very hard for me to be social. Like it really is. It's very hard for me to like put myself out there. I do it, and I've gotten better at it over the years. But there's still times where it's just like I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And I'll go months. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. And then someday I just wake up and I feel like I feel creative, or I feel like I'm missing my friends, or and I get on there because I do care about the people that have like watched my channel, people that have been there for me and my friends and things like that. But sometimes like life is first, and I don't think that everybody understands how that is, because I've had a lot of issues with people like not understanding, like, oh, how come you're not making videos? Oh, what's wrong, are you okay? Blah, blah. And I get messages and I get things like that. It's like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm just like doing me, and I don't think everybody understands that, because like I think some people's intents with their YouTubes are different. My intent was never to like have a lot of people. Like the more people I got, the worse I felt. The more subscribers I got, like, because I know that not all those people give a shit. I got like 1,000, 1,500 subscribers. I'm getting 100 views. Like stuff like that. It's weird. It doesn't feel right. Like if I'm putting out content, I want it to be for people that care. Like cuz I care and I just want it to be for my friends, people that are willing to watch. I'm not worried about views. I'm not worried about subscribers. Like I've made a lot of really good friends on here, and that's kind of just like what I do these days. I just like hang out. I want to be, hang out with some friends when I feel like I need to talk or something like that. I'm not trying to be like big influence. I'm not trying to be an influencer at all. And I'm not trying to be big. I'm not trying to. There are points where people would tell me like, "Oh man, you're a fucking rock star." I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. I'm some dude who sits in his house and fucking gets on YouTube. Anybody can do it, right? Promiscuous, like that's the thing, man. You set yourself up with a goal and you get on here, you do it, and that's what makes you happy. For me, it was not about like trying to make money. It was not about like, oh, my comic books are better than yours, or oh, my comic book collection's worth this much money. How it really all originated, man, was I wish I was. I don't think I am going to be able to make it this year, but it would be cool if I could. For me, it was like I started off just being a lover of comic books. And then I found comics with Bueller. And then so the crazy thing, right? Like 8 years ago, like YouTube wasn't like the comic book community was a lot smaller. And like I'd comment on Bueller's fucking channel and he'd talk back. And like I'd been a part of so many other like YouTube communities before that, like with video games and football cards and stuff like that. And you would comment on people's channels and they don't ever comment back. Never, like these big channels, they don't got time for comments and things like that. So I started commenting on Bueller's channel and he started commenting back. And I thought that was cool as hell. And we kind of like became friends just through the chats on like messages on his videos he would make. And eventually I started making videos because of that. And then I started watching like I don't know, flicks and comics, JoJo, and like started talking to her. Like she started talking back. And I didn't like being a part of other communities, like they ignore the fuck out of you. Like that you comment on somebody's YouTube channel, they don't ever comment back. So when these people started commenting back, it was pretty damn cool. And I started making friends with these people and I started being cool with all these other people. And then like you start watching these videos and being parts of these chats. And they would literally be like me and like Who Dat Comics, Tony Sanders, freaking so many other people. I'm at a loss for words right now. We'd be in one YouTube channel and that channel would end and we'd be like, okay, who's next? Where are we going next? And we'd all jump over on another channel, watch another channel. And it just felt so much more genuine. Now it's just like it feels like everybody's out to be a celebrity, I guess, instead of like having fun. I don't know. Fridays, there'd always be some channel doing something on Friday nights. We'd all be hanging out. Saturday nights would be this and this and this. We'd all have, like, and it's not like that anymore. It's like, I don't know. It's a lot of money. Like, nobody hates money, but like, I feel like that's just kind of part of what this is all turned into. Hey, Barbarian, I will never forget that show. You were the first person there. You were the last person there. We did like an 8-hour show that night, man. Man, that's crazy. I was just talking to somebody about that earlier. It doesn't feel the same, man. Like, there's so many channels. It was just guys like me and fucking D-Runk Comics, Comic Head 84, and Tony Sanders, John's Comics with Kids, bro. 100% Barbarian. And like I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the auctions because I'm not. Like my friends do auctions. Some of my like it's not like I'm hating them, but it also feels like the genuinity. I don't even know if that's a word, but the genuinity of these shows feels like it's not there anymore. Right? Am I wrong in saying that I'm the only one who thinks that? Like, it used to be like, hey, a group of guys would get on and we'd just fucking shoot the shit and have fun and try to entertain people and provide a space for people to hang out and comment and have fun, and we talk about anything. And now it's just like, you catch a live stream and it's like, oh, fucking $25 starting bid, but I'm gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. Like top tens, fucking Comic Tom's shit, man. Like, everybody's trying to talk MCU or this or that. There's not a lot of fucking comic book stuff out there that feels genuine. You're right, Art. And I'm not hating on Whatnot again. Like, this is not like a hating. Everybody's entitled to make their money, and I have no problem with that. I just am stating, like, things that I've seen change in what I would call comic books of YouTube. Because you've always had certain channels, right, that have stood out, that are definitely. Like, is anybody else get tired of using the word comic book community? Because I don't really feel like it's a fucking community all that much. But like, you got these big channels like Comics Explained and stuff. They're not part of no comic book community, but they're out there and they do great videos and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views. And then you get like these channels that are like, oh yeah, comic book community this, comic book community that. They're really, they're just fucking trying to get money off you guys. Well, yeah, absolutely, Barbarian. And like I said, I got a lot of friends who do auctions, and I watch a lot of them, and just to support them because they're my friends, and I got nothing wrong with watching auctions. I don't really buy much on them. Like I said, part of that's because I just don't have any money. But you see a lot of genuine people who they've got the book for a good price, and they're turning around and selling it to you for a good price. But then you get a lot of guys who are just like, they're trying to fucking rake you into the coals, man. Like, you get a lot of guys they start a $10 book off at like $100 just because they think it's gonna be hot, or they think that this TV show is hot. But like, I'll sit there and they'll be like, "Oh, starting bid $100." People will start bidding on it. And I'll go look on eBay. It's a book you can buy for $20 all day in the same fucking condition and shit like that. But they don't tell people that. They're just trying to get their money. I'm not a hater. I don't say shit in the chat. I don't know if maybe that's part of the problem is nobody wants to say anything. But at the same time, I'm not like trying to be like that. That ain't my thing. Like, this is YouTube. There are no rules. You're allowed to do whatever you want. That's why I always tell people to do your research. Yeah, man. It used to be so much fun. It used to be fun, laughing all the time. And then, what it is like certain people can't control themselves. I do so many live streams where afterwards it would be a literal fight between a couple dudes. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to work these out. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong, man? Like, oh, I hate this guy. And this guy's like, fuck you. Like, bullshit. There's so much shit behind the scenes. And when you get stuck dealing with that shit all the time, like, you just kind of fucking, like, I'm dealing with 40-year-old men that are acting like fucking 10-year-old kids right now. And everybody else dips out, and I'm stuck fucking trying to figure out the situation. I couldn't tell you how many times this shit's fucking happened. Dudes like fucking economics and comics. Like, I couldn't tell you how many fucking issues I've had working with that dude to the point where I don't work with him anymore. Because every fucking show behind the scenes, fucking there'd be a fucking problem. You know what I mean? That dude's got to be like 40 years old. And yeah, he's fucking stirring up all this fucking shit, causing all these problems, and somebody else has to fucking come in and clean up after it. Grow the fuck up, man. I ain't here to babysit nobody. It does. You Barbarian, 100%. But fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Don't act like a fucking bitch, and you won't get called out for being a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many dudes on here that are fucking pussies. They're fucking pussy ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They don't fucking know. That shit gets fucking old, man. Fuck, I get message like I disappeared because I was getting 20, 30 fucking text messages a day. Like, oh, did you see what happened in this video? How come these people aren't getting along? Did you see this person? They flipped out on this show with this person. What's going on? What's all the fucking drama? I'm fucking coming in, waking up at fucking 8 o'clock, and I got 20 fucking messages from fools asking me why fucking this fool sided with this fool. Like, you know, oh, you're the fucking one of the pillars in the comic book community. Fucking, what's wrong with this person? This, like, it's cool. I wasn't trying to ever be anything. Like, and then when these fools fucking come in here and they fucking act like a bunch of fucking kids, like, it's still fucking going on. This week, last week, all the week before. I know every single one of you saw it with that UF4 fucking acetate shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Collecting is for the big boys, bro. Like, if you ain't a fucking big boy, you ain't willing to spend money, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's all there is to it. I'm not a fucking rich motherfucker. But I ain't gonna sit here and fucking nickel and dime a motherfucker over an Incredible Hulk 181 and fucking talk some shit. Right? Like, let's get fucking real. Fools get mad because a motherfucker gets a good deal on a book and they don't. Grow the fuck up. Like, literally. That's what it comes down to. Fools are jealous because you paid $5 for a $50 book and this fool got to pay a real price over a fucking comic book. I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard. I'm not a fucking in charge type of person. Never been a fucking type of person who wants to be in charge. Like, let's be real. I'm not a manager, never been a manager. I turned down every management position that's ever been offered to me because if it's not my business, why do I want to run it, right? Like, that's just not me. Like, there ain't enough stress. There ain't enough money in the world to fucking deal with the stress that I gotta fucking deal with for running your company. If I'm gonna be that stressed out, I'm gonna run my company. You know what I mean? And I just never been that kind of person. So when I get motherfuckers coming to me asking me about fucking beef with this fool and that fool and that fool all the fucking time, like, at some point it's just like, grow the fuck up, you guys. Like, I don't get paid for doing this. I'm doing this out of like what in my downtime because it's fun for me. Making these friends and these people have been fun. And then like all this backstage drama, all these fucking fools that want to act like 10-year-old kids, it ain't fucking worth it. It's not. I've, I've dealt with a lot of fucking chumps. I've been around YouTube a lot. A lot of these motherfuckers on YouTube are chumps, straight up. Not trying to fucking call everybody out, but like when you've been around and you fucking seen this shit, like a lot of these fools aren't fucking real. Right, Barbarian? I'm not gonna call anybody out, but I know Barbarian sees all the same shit that I do. We have a lot of the same friends. Dude, Unruly, you know I ain't talking about you, but I love you, brother. I'm about a 10-year-old kid in my head too, Unruly. But use the man, Mr. Simeon. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a good evening. I'm, you know, one o'clock over here on the West Coast. We just chilling, talking about all these fucking bastards in the fucking so-called comic community. I think you've been around longer than I have, Unruly. You've been around for a while. But I don't know, man. Shit hit the fucking ground running. Old, fat, and balding. Well, I'm about there with you, bro. I'm about there with you. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. I'm just sitting here talking shit about all these fucking idiots. I know you see them too. Unruly. You're on Instagram. I think we've all Hey, art chemist. If you don't know, art chemist. His name is Arsenio. It's good to see you always, brother. Man, I had a great time with you. Always thinking about you and the fam. Hope you guys are doing well. Tell me this, unruly. Like, you think there's a lot of bitches on Instagram in the so-called comic community, wouldn't you say? Like, a lot of fake ass motherfuckers. Unruly is part of the comic book community. I know that for a fact. I've been around long enough to fuck sit here and say it. Unruly. Everybody in this chat tonight is part of the comic book community. But there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that just need to get the fuck out of here. They just need to go. Get away. And they're not all on YouTube either. Some of these people are strictly just Instagrammers. Some of these people are people I'm only fucking following because I fucking want to watch to see if they're talking shit about me or my friends. I think people are fucking like, what's that word when your fucking ego is so big you think you matter. A lot of these people think that they fucking matter. They don't really fucking matter, right? Their opinions, okay, maybe they matter as a person. Like, I guess everybody matters. Maybe not to me. Everybody doesn't matter to me. Like, I think that's the reality that people don't understand, is that you don't always matter to everybody. And I understand that. Like, there's probably 50 people in the world that fucking care about me, and that's the way it goes. And that's kind of the way that it is for most people. But a lot of people think that, oh, everybody gives a fuck about me. No, everybody does not give a fuck about you. It's self-absorbed, vain. Exactly. Art, Barb, those two great words. So they get on Instagram and they're posting everything. Every fucking thought, everything that they think. Like, people, sometimes you need to shut up. Not fucking say anything. And this whole ultimate fallout for acetate shit is what these fools get on here and they hate. They're fucking a hater. Black Flag Comics, I think, that came out with that. They want to talk so much shit about Black Flag. They want to talk so much shit about CGC. Oh, the fucking flag was folded wrong. Oh, this. Oh, fucking that. Oh, these people cut a line. Oh, this. But these motherfuckers get on here and they'll fucking try to sell you a book they just bought for $3 for like $100. Same motherfucker hating on Black Flag for doing the same fucking thing. But they get on here and they try to do this shit. Well, what is it? Look at 8 billion genies and shit. I don't know. Is that called a double standard? I know it's hypocrisy, but like a double standard. I see it so often. I do. I do. And I think that a lot of people out there are just fucking trying to get away with as much as they can. Like, pretend like you've ever had a girlfriend who said, "Oh, well, if you give me an inch, I'm gonna take a foot." Because I've had chicks who's, that's the last time I typically ever talked to them. But they're like, "Oh yeah, well, just so you know, if you ever give me an inch, I'm gonna take a foot." That's how a lot of these fucking people on Instagram are. Oh, fucker, yeah, like, I'm gonna treat you good. I'm gonna treat you good. Here, fucker, here, $100 for this book. I just paid $3 for. I don't know. You go. It's a lot of shit, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you, don't base shit on what people tell you. You know, like, if you like something, that's why you should get it. Not because somebody tells you you should get it. Not because somebody tells you it's a good investment. If you're looking for ways to invest your money, then I don't think fucking sitting around buying a bunch of comic books is probably the way. You should probably look into fucking going to fucking like Charles Schwab and hiring somebody to talk about buying stocks and bonds and certain things. Yeah, Barb, so true. It's so fucking true, bro. Like, I mean, everybody. The funny thing is that everybody says, "Oh, I care about you. Oh, I care about you this. I care about you that," but they don't. That's why you gotta watch, see who your true friends are, right? I can tell you, everywhere I see Barbarian Kung Fu, I can tell you, he's always on the fucking Kamahawk channel. Every time they do a fucking channel, Barbarian's there. Every fucking week, Barbarian Kung Fu sells stuff, is always posting shit. Always check it out. But there's certain people I don't give a fuck about. I couldn't tell you where they are. I couldn't tell you what they do. You know what I mean? Like, I think that we live in a time. Well, how would you guys say this? Like, I feel like it's not always about the person that you are, right? It's about who you present yourself to be. That's not a good thing, I don't think, because so many people present themselves to be fake and full of shit. Such bullshit. They can't get on here. Okay, for example, let me tell you this, guys. Okay, Thor Love and Thunder has been bullshitted on. Everybody says it sucks balls. I watched it last night. I had a great time. I thought it was fun. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, everybody shitted on it, said it fucking sucked. I watched it a couple weeks ago. I liked it. I thought it was good. She-Hulk, everybody says it fucking sucks. Everybody says it's political. There's fucking misogynistic bullshit in it. I liked it. I watched it. I've watched every episode. I like it. People fucking say Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie was fucking the greatest fucking movie ever made. I watched it. I fucking thought it sucked. I hated that shit. Fucking worst Spider-Man movie ever. You're gonna tell me you gotta fucking put the Sinister Six in a movie and keep him fucking locked up in a cell for fucking the whole thing, except for like the last 3 fucking minutes where Peter Parker, fucking all 3 of them haven't come to fucking Jesus meeting and fucking they fucking like disappear after that. It was the worst fucking movie ever. Thor was awesome, Barbarian, and everybody's shitting the fuck on it. Like, do not give a fuck. I'm telling you, don't fucking listen to people. Don't listen to anybody. Watch fucking what you fucking want to watch, and if you like it, like it. Right, dude. Like, I'm tired of these. Like, in case you fucking guys don't fucking know, like, I don't fucking like this shit ain't making fucking sense. Like, She-Hulk's fun. It's cool. Is it fucking 100% comic book accurate? No. Have you seen any other Marvel fucking film lately? Do you expect anything from Marvel to be 100% comic book accurate? Like, if you are, you're a fucking idiot. Marvel has not done anything to be like 100% comic book accurate ever, right? Like, let's try to find me a fucking movie that was 100% comic book accurate. They always take liberties and everything. Every fucking villain in every fucking Marvel movie you fucking feel sorry for. They make you feel sorry as fuck for the fucking villain, and they end up turning the villain into a hero. Like, so if you're fucking bashing on fucking Thor Love and Thunder for not fucking following script of the comic books 100%, like, that is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. It was an entertaining ass fucking movie. I had a lot of fun. It brought out every fucking emotion in me. I laughed, I almost fucking cried, and I fucking had a great time. Like, people are so fucking caught up in politics. Like, if you don't believe me, this is the fucking truth right here. Politics. People that are I'm a fucking okay. I'm not trying to get into fucking drunk and fucking crazy because I've been there before. Not what I'm trying to do. But a lot of people, especially like conservatives, people that would consider themselves Christians, believers in God, which I fall into myself. They fucking tend to a lot of times get very political and things become political. Oh, I can't support fucking Disney because they fucking are pro LGBTQ plus all this, whatever your fucking reason is. I understand that. But how about you have the fucking balls to say, hey, listen, politically, I don't fucking follow Disney. I don't believe in Disney. I don't like what Disney does, and I don't support them. Most of these motherfuckers out there are just like, oh, fucking She-Hulk sucks. Oh, this fucking sucks. Look at this. They fucking this. This is how they fucking come to combat the fact that they politically don't believe and they don't follow what Disney stands for. Right? Like, anybody out there disagree with me? Let's be honest. These are people who do not have the balls to stand up and say what they really think. These are mostly people who are fucking Christians, believe in God, which I do. But they do not have the balls to stand up and say, hey, listen, you know what? I do not support LGBTQ plus. I do not think that this was cool politically from this standpoint. I do not support Disney, and I will not follow supporting their shit. Instead, they turn around and say, oh, She-Hulk is misogynist. She-Hulk sucks. Fucking Thor sucks. This fucking sucks. This is a pile of fucking shit. Disney doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm not following the MCU anymore. How about you just stand up and fucking have the guts to say that politically you don't stand for what Disney is doing and you don't fucking feel like you should support any of their shit anymore? I have a lot more respect for you if you did that. Just saying. Right? You guys disagree with me on that one? I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with how you feel, regardless. My problem is the fact that you ain't got the balls to stand up and say the fucking truth. I've fucking said it before. I believe in God. I'm a fucking Christian, but I can still sit here and I can still enjoy fucking Disney entities. I can still sit here and I can still enjoy what Disney does. I can still sit here and I can enjoy things with LGBTQ plus, even if I do not fucking support them. But a lot of motherfuckers don't have the balls to say any of that shit. I'm just saying. Truth. That's the truth. I love everybody. I don't have to agree with everything you do. Just what I'm saying. You know, haters are going to hate on you for whatever, right? If you're fucking gay, people are going to hate on you for it. If you're straight, people are going to hate on you for it. If you believe in God, people are going to hate on you for it. Whatever you fucking believe in, people are going to hate on you for it. I think that people need to fucking understand this. Life isn't perfect. Yeah, right, unruly. Like I said it before, I don't have to I don't have to agree with everything about you to be your friend. I have fucking gay friends. I don't have to sit here and agree with everything about you, everything in your life. That's never gonna happen, people. That's my whole thing that I try to get across to people is like acceptance, understanding isn't always there. Like I'm a straight man. I do not understand homosexuality. That does not mean that I disrespect them. I just don't understand it, right? I try to see everything from their perspective. I try to understand what it would be like to be in those shoes. You know, I don't have any less respect for a person because of their sexuality. Like sometimes I might not agree with certain things in a person's life. That does not mean that I can't be their best friend. My best friend and I do not agree on everything. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a girlfriend, but I've had lots of them, and we do not agree on everything, right? It doesn't mean that things don't work. People so often are like, "Oh, you're fucking a shithole. You don't fucking agree with this. You don't fucking agree with that." No, you need to fucking understand that we're not always going to agree on things. It's that your acceptance of the fact that we do not always agree on things is what's going to make this situation better, right? Peace does not mean that I agree with you on everything. My best friend and I, there's a lot of things in life that we do differently. The way that we date, the way that we think about money, things like that. Like I have a different understanding on life than he does. He thinks that life is about getting rich. Life is about having the finest of cars, the finest of women, the finest of furniture, the finest house. My understanding of life is being happy that you're alive, being happy that you're here on a daily basis. Money is not a fucking factor in what makes me happy. Money is a factor of how do I eat? How do I function on a daily basis? Money is not a factor of how happy I am in life. Yeah, Barbarian, I think you've kind of hit a nail on the head with that one, man. Like some people are fucking just fucking drama queens, bro. Like that's it. That's it, man. And I mean, you can't really do anything about that, bro. Like as much as I sit here, I'm just ranting about how sick and tired I am of these fucking punks on Instagram that fucking talk to all this fucking shit. Like, get the fuck out of the fucking ring, man. This is the fucking kitchen. If your ass can't take the heat, get the fuck out, right? Like, I'm here. I'm a fucking collector. I collect comic books. I collect video games. I collect any fucking thing that I want. Like your opinion, you telling me not to buy this book because oh fucking somebody fucking cut another person in fucking line to get this book. Fuck you. I'm gonna buy this book if I want to buy this book. You know, like straight up. The opinion of another fucking man that's sitting here acting like a fool does not reflect my opinion. I don't know, man. There's so much like fucking Clayton Crane, all this fucking bullshit. Like that just proves how fucking immature a lot of these fucking fools are. Like for the last 3 fucking days, I've been seeing these talking about this shit. Like these motherfuckers want to sit here and they want to hate on all that shit, but yet they will run a 4, 5, 6, 7 hour live stream strictly talking about that shit to get views, to fucking boost their channel, to make money, to put in their fucking pocket about some fucking shit they're talking about they don't fucking like. Where's the difference? Right? Where's the fucking difference? You want to talk? These fools are going live. Oh, Clayton Crane fucking cheated on fucking Clayton Crane stole the wife of fucking some other fucking dude, and they're gonna sit there and they're gonna talk about it for 5, 6 fucking hours. Get fucking 125 fucking views, making fucking money off that shit, right? But yeah, they're talking about Clayton Crane, talking about Black Flag Comics like it's some fucking witch hunt. But yeah, they're gonna sit there and they're gonna make money off you watching them. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Barbarian. They will fucking suck that tit till they ain't got no milk left. But yet they're fucking better. They're a better human than fucking Clayton Crane. I don't know, man. I just sitting for the last what? In case you guys didn't know, I uploaded a video like 10 days ago. And that was like the first video I uploaded in like over a year. Like edited video. I've done some fucking drunken shit late night. You know, I do that once in a while. But if you watch that video, it's not even comic book related. But I will tell you, I made that video because that day I was feeling very artistic. I needed an outlet, right? I wanted to make an edited video. I wanted to do video. I wanted to try something. I wanted to put something out there with effort involved into it. If you watch that video, I appreciate it because that video was made with effort. That video was made for you guys to hopefully appreciate. These guys, a lot of these guys get on, they live stream, and they're just sitting around jerking off like I'm doing right now. And yet they think they're fucking something, right? I think YouTube initially was a great place. Its purpose was for people with artistic skills to be articulate. It gave them a place to put out videos that people would enjoy and people would watch. Now, any motherfucker with a fucking webcam and a fucking microphone can get on here and do this shit. Ain't no artistic value in it at all. Hey, thanks, Tina. I was trying. I was trying with that video. But I think that, like, I watch these people, and all they do is get on here. They fucking press one button to go live. They sit on here. They tell you to support their Patreon. They tell you to fucking support their super chat. Then they want you to buy these books that they fucking speculated on that became nothing. That they're fucking in the hole on, right? Help me out. They don't tell you that. Oh, I got this key book. It's a fucking key. It's gonna be a fucking key. Buy my books. Like, that's taking advantage of you out there. And I'm not talking about people like Barbarian Kung Fu, because Barb, I know you sell a lot of shit, but you're not out there jibbing people. I know that for a fact. I fucking watch every fucking Instagram post you put up. Everything's fucking like $1. It's great value. I'm talking about people. You know who I'm talking about, Barb. You see it. You see these people out there. They're taking advantage of all these motherfuckers. And these people are overpaying to get their fucking name on a fucking YouTube video. Watch. Let me move. Boom. Oh, hey, you want to buy my book? Oh, I'll put your name on my channel. Oh, you want to buy my book? Look, I'll put your name on my channel. Oh, you want to buy my book? Look, I'll put your name on my channel. Oh, hey, there's $50. You want to put your fucking $50 on? There's your name on my channel. You know what I mean? That's what people are paying for these days. And a lot of people, I mean, maybe people are cool with it. I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it to me. I just feel like a lot of people are getting taken advantage of. And I think that's what sucks. You don't have to explain anything, Barbarian. I'm just like, I just want, because I know you do sell, but you're a great guy. You're one of my friends. And I've known you for a while. I'm not trying to put you on blast. That's why I just always like to exclude you and say, hey, I know you're not doing this, but you see it a lot, man. People fucking. But to. It's so hard, man. It's almost like a double-edged sword, wouldn't you say? Like, I'm not getting mad at Comic Tom for being out there putting out his fucking hot 10 and his top 10 and fucking runners up and shit like that, because you are entitled to do what you want on YouTube. So then wherein lies fucking common sense? I don't know. What do you do? I don't know. I think the best thing you can do is just try to tell people to be smart with your decisions. If you're really trying to buy a book and you're going to spend a lot of money on it, just do some research, please. Go check out the fucking latest fucking transactions on eBay. See how much it's sold for. Because I see a lot of people that are getting burned out there. Some people I don't think care. Like, if I'm being real, some people probably got the money. Not everybody does. I just know that not everybody out there is your friend. I've been in this world for a while. I might not look as old as I am. I ain't even gonna tell you how old I am. I just it's not just comic book related. It's everything in life. Do your research. If you're gonna go out and buy some new gym equipment, do your research before you go and buy your gym equipment. I've been led down so many wrong roads in my life that I trust hardly anybody. And I know it sucks to say that, but the people that you're supposed to be able to trust the most in your life have always been the people that burned me, right? And I'm not saying this is true for everybody. People that have always burned me are fucking family. My family has done nothing but burn me my whole life. And those are the people that you're supposed to be able to trust the most. So when your family is the one that fucking is burning you and fucking burning those bridges and fucking ruining fucking shit for you your whole life, you have a hard time trusting people. And maybe that's why I'm so paranoid about shit like this. But if you can't trust the ones you love, like, who are you supposed to trust? That's kind of where I fucking sit. I don't really trust a lot of people. The people that I do trust, though, like, I trust with my life. And I think that you all should have people like that. If you can't trust somebody with your life, what are you fucking doing around that person, right? I don't know. Life is tough. It always is tough. Decisions are always tough. But I think that the more research you do, the more you will find that when you make those decisions, the more right decisions you will make than wrong, right? I don't know. Hey, Barbarian, man, that is so true. Like you can fucking click open an app right now on your cell phone and it will pretty much tell you that every comic book is a key, right? Like, let's be real. You open up Key Collector and there's 5 fucking thousand books that are fucking keys. Ain't really 5,000 books that are keys. But what happens when you run out of first appearances? Oh, well, the second appearances, they're starting to heat up, right? Oh, well, this is just a cameo. You need the first appearance. Well, that's not really their first full appearance. Their first full appearance is in this book. This is a fucking cameo. This is their first appearance. This is their first cameo appearance. This is their first full appearance. They do that shit. People do that shit because they're trying to fucking intimidate you. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to force you into buying shit. They're trying to force you into buying the shit that they're selling, right? Like you look at anybody who's trying to tell you, oh, hey, guess what? Tales to Astonish 93, super hot book heating up. You better get it now before Silver Surfer shows up in this next movie. Super rare book. You can't find this hardly anywhere, but guess what? I'll give it to you right now for the fucking price of fucking $300. You know? Like, come on. Yes, Barbarian. This is for I I bought I have this book. I've had it for a while, but it's just everywhere I've seen it now. It's like, oh, it's like it's I don't know. It's Amazing Spider-Man annual. I don't know what annual it is. First appearance of She-Hulk versus the Abomination or something like that. Hot book now. Hot book now. You better hurry up and buy it. Everybody's speculating on it. It's the first time She-Hulk and Abomination fight. You know that the fucking show is out. You just saw Abomination appearing in the She-Hulk show. This is a hot book. You better buy it now. It's a $3 book. Always will be. Should always will be, right? I mean, Incredible Hulk 280 fucking what is it, 281 first time She-Hulk and fucking the Hulk fight. Oh well, guess what? That wasn't the real fucking Hulk. This is the first time She-Hulk and the Hulk really battle. This is, I use Hulk because that's what I know, but they will force feed you anything to get you to buy their shit. But yet, this motherfucker's a bad person. And they're a good person. He's right, Barbarian. Right, Barbarian. And we don't even know that they will. We don't even know that they will. But you need to buy this book because this is the first time the fucking She-Hulk and the Abomination battle. Right? I don't know, man. It's like, okay, I'm watching these fucking second prints of like these fucking Gwenom books. What is it like? Gweniverse, some shit like that. Second print. You could tell because the fucking Champions logo behind it is blue or some shit. Fucking sick. Who wants a fucking second print, man? Like a second print should have less printed copies than the first print. It should be a lower print run. Third print, the fucking third print should be a lower print run than the fucking second, right? Like because they don't matter as much. Who wants a second print? I don't want a fucking second print. I want the first print of anything. But yet a motherfucker will sit here and tell you how much you fucking need this second print. Oh, there's only a certain amount of copies. There's only 5,000 fucking copies of the second fucking print printed. Well, yeah, because 50,000 people bought the first print. So only a certain amount of the second print needed to be printed. Why is the second print worth more than the first? I don't know. Shouldn't be, right? And you got books, fucking Frankenstein. The first fucking Frankenstein. It's not an expensive book. It isn't. But yet, it should be. It's a fucking quality ass book. The Monster of Frankenstein. The first titled Frankenstein series there is. Nobody wants it. Nobody gives a fuck about Frankenstein, but yet they'll buy every copy of that fucking third print of fucking Gwynenverse that came out 2 years ago. Oh, right, Barbarian? I was all up, like, that's how they get you, man. When you're a brand new collector and you're first into this shit, they will tell you whatever they fucking can to get you to buy all those variants. I fucking buy a variants left and right. Variants. Oh, I need that 1 in 25 print of this. Oh, I need that 1 in 25 print of this. It's like $20 like the week after it comes out, right? Which is about what you pay for it. And then it's nothing. Nobody gives a fuck about it. Yeah, I know, Barb. Like that Tosin, Black Panther, what is it, 3? Fucking second print, Tosin, first appearance. Yeah, I got a couple copies of those. But, like, I think the difference between people like me and you and the rest of the community, that's not right. I hate the fucking saying the comic book community. Like, is there anybody like Barb? Like, you got me on this, like saying the comic book community. What the fuck does that even mean? The comic book community. I think fucking 80% of the fucking people that consider themselves part of the comic community are full of shit. But like, comic book community, you know? Where do you get mad at people for buying what they like? Where do you get mad for people buying shit that they shouldn't buy, paying too much? I don't know. It ain't. I don't. I think people get too caught up in that, right? That's part of the problem. If I'm letting myself get caught up over the books that you are buying, what does that say about me? If I have a problem with the book that you just bought, oh, you paid too much for that. Oh, you're a fucking, like, oh, how could you pay that much for this book? Or blah, blah, this, or blah, blah, that. Or I'm talking shit about shit you sent to somebody. But what does that say about me? I think that makes you a piece of shit. And I think there's a lot of them out there. A lot of pieces of shit. A lot of pieces of shit in this community. So-called community. And I just want to reiterate to anybody who is watching this. If you're my friend, and I know you, I'm not talking about you. But there are a lot of people out there that I do not associate with, strictly because they're pieces of shit, in my opinion. Like, right? Like, I'm sure you guys see them out there. I'm not the only person who sees a motherfucker and knows, oh, you're full of shit. I can tell. Sometimes I feel like I'm gifted with this fucking thing where I can, like, look into your eyes and I can be like, oh, yeah, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. Maybe it's just me. But I typically try to trust my gut instinct. And I think that a lot of people out there should probably try to do that. Trust their gut instinct. Right? Anybody alive? Still. It says just 3 of you out there. Yeah, I'm with you, Barb. Everybody's got one. I agree. Everybody's got one. That's what makes it so hard sometimes, man. Like I love a lot of you guys. Barb, you're one of them. Tina, you're one of them. Kevin, I know you're not here. Everybody that was in this chat, Mr. Garrow, Tony Sanders, my boy Russ, Who Dat Comics, people like Immortal Biggie Shaq. Those are my homies. And I love you guys. Love all you guys. But there's really some shitty motherfuckers out there. If you guys, I don't know, did anybody else notice during the pandemic that a lot of these motherfucking pop up channels, they got big real quick. And they're highly fucking MCU motivated. I don't think they know anything about comic books. Hey, all right, Barb, I'm on no time limit, so you know how we do on the West Coast. We just chilling. As long as I got somebody else in here to bullshit with, I'm good. I just from where I saw like this whole comic book and YouTube thing being like 5 or 6 years ago, it was cool. And some shit happened, man. I don't know what. There was a point in time where it's just about having fun. And there was a point in time where people like let's be real, I'm not afraid to say it, but there were channels like the Comic Core were like seriously like basically trying to like buy my channel and other people's channels that I associated with out. They pretty much wanted us to be a part of their crew and they wanted everything that we do to be on their fucking channel. The fucking Comic Core channel, right? Well, I don't know if any of you follow them, but what they've become is nothing what they were. And that took a lot of it away because at the time I was like, well, I put a lot of effort into growing my channel. Why would I just want to give everything away to you? And I don't think they liked that. Eventually, it doesn't matter because their channel became nothing, but that's kind of like what it was becoming. It was like people were like trying to become famous off other people. They wanted you to put in the work and they wanted to become famous off of it, which is horse shit. Like I never came here to be a rock star. Motherfuckers used to tell me, "Oh, you're such a fucking rock. You're gonna be the next hottest thing on fucking YouTube." Like that's not whatever. That's not what I became part of this community for. That's not what I will ever be part of this community for. I'm part of this community because of my friends and people that I choose to be associated with. And it was very hard. Like at the time, it was. It was like a fight between good or evil almost for a person like me because I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in selling myself to anybody else or selling myself out for anybody else. And that became a part of it when I cuz like being real, it was me and Tony Sanders and the Comic Corps was like, we want you guys on our channel. We want you to be a part of this shit. We want everything basically that you do to be on our channel. And I was like, I feel like you guys just want to take everything I've worked hard for and want it to be yours and take ownership of it. And that doesn't sound right. And Tony had my back on that. And we never fucking joined up with those fools. But that was kind of the point where it became like, it felt like people were trying to use me because they thought that I was going to be something, you know? And that's kind of where I started to reject shit. Like, I don't want to be part of your fucking shit. I do this because, you know, when I feel like I want to hang out with my friends, I do this shit because, you know, it's fun. And you're fucking stripping everything about it away from me. That's not what I want to be a part of. And that's kind of where the community started to fucking split from what I feel like. People started to go their own ways. Like Bueller left the channel. The channel started to stop. If you'll notice, people like John's Comics with Kids started to fucking not doing shit with them anymore. They basically became a channel where they're only fucking doing shit with like professional comic book people. And it was just weird. I could totally see the fucking like Hollywoodness in it. Like I don't know if that's completely accurate, but when you hear about people in Hollywood, they're like they always want to fucking make money off you. They never want to make money with you, kind of a thing. Like, and that's kind of where it felt like all that bullshit was leading to. Yeah, right. And that's kind of why I felt like it was good for me to start redoing my channel. The last couple of weeks, I dropped a fucking random video, and then today I just decided to upload a video because I just wanted to be what I want. I don't want it to be what anybody else wants. I don't want my channel to be what you want. I want my channel to be fun. I want to enjoy it. I'm not here, never have been, for the subscribers, amounts of subscribers. I'm here, for friends, for fun, to have fun, to enjoy it. It's Friday night. It's almost 2 o'clock here in California where I live. And, this is cool. I don't know. Barbarian, are you still watching? Because apparently I might be the only one here. I don't know. But either way, when I have fun, when I feel like being artistic, that's when I show up. I'm not here to be like anybody else's personal fucking watchdog. I'm not here to jump through hoops. I'm not here to make a video because somebody wants me to make a video. Who do you watch, Barb? Do you watch Not Another Retro channel? Do you watch Edge Retro fucking Geek Out? Do you watch Pixel Game Squad? Any of those channels? Metal Jesus Rocks? Anybody like that? I know they're all kind of like flipper channels. Most of them are video game and toy related. Those are a lot of channels that I really love. Edge Retro Geek Out. I love Edge Retro Geek Out. He's from the UK. He does a lot of toy videos. He also does a lot of like collabs with a channel called Not Another Retro Geek channel. And then Froggy Flips. Definitely watch Froggy Flips. I don't know the other channels. There's a channel called Phoenix Resell. There's a Old School Picker too. I think I know who that is. There's also another channel. Fuck, what is his name? Retro Rick. You ever watch Retro Rick? I used to watch him a lot. Harry Tornado. That sounds sexual. That's funny. Retro Rick. I got really big into Retro Rick, and then he started like fucking being all like, "Oh, follow me on Whatnot. I'll be on Whatnot selling this and all these channels." Pixel Game Squad. I love Pixel Game Squad, but then they like became this fucking sellout to Whatnot. And they sell hella shit on Whatnot. Retro Rick is kind of. I got so I got sick with the COVID last Christmas for like a week, and I hella binge watched Retro Rick, and I tried reaching out to him and talking to him because he's fucking talking about buying comics and shit like that. And I was trying to, talk to him about full just like totally ignored me, never fucking took the time of day to talk back to me, which I guess is what happens when you got a big channel, but still, like, I don't know. I think that's kind of a dick move, so I quit watching his shit. Anybody who's like a big, follow me on Whatnot, find my Whatnot channel. We'll be live on I'm kind of hesitant to stay away from because so much of any community, whether you're a fucking video game collector, you're an action figure collector, or you're a comic book collector, kind of always seems like it leads back to whatnot. Which, in hindsight, that tells me that all you're really focused on is making money off of the people who have supported you for so long. These people support you by watching your YouTube videos. They support you by being a fucking part of your Patreon channel. These people support you by your fucking super chats. You know, they super chat you. And now you're taking advantage of them and going on to whatnot, and you're selling back these shit, whatever it is you found, to these people who have supported you for so long. I mean, I'm not sure if that's really like a bad thing, but there's just something about that that doesn't feel right. You know? It's like, here, like I got this for $1 in the flea market. I'm gonna sell it to you for $20. I don't know. Like, sure, I get it that you're not gonna sell something to somebody for what you bought it for, right? Like, you buy a comic book for $5. You're not gonna sell it to another person for the same exact price you sold it to. But when you're sitting out here and you're buying shit for the fucking dirt cheap and you turn around and you sell it for going rates, like, I think that kind of makes you a fucking scumbag. I don't know. Just personal feelings in this. And part of that is where when I started out with YouTube, it wasn't like that. And I don't mean the selling part, I just meant like it felt real. It felt more genuine. I'm just going to say some people, besides anybody that's been in this chat tonight, like Barbarian Kung Fu Tina, like you guys have all been there from day one. But there's channels like D-Runk Comics, Comic Head 84, Tony Sanders, Hudak Comics. You know, we've been around for a while, and we've all been there. We've all done this shit, and we all fucking sit here. We all kind of do the same fucking thing, but yet there's so much bullshit that goes on. I feel like nobody's fucking really there to fucking say anything, I guess. The people that are out there that are really fucking sitting there trying to cause fucking like, oh, I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna expose Comic Tom. I'm gonna expose Jim Mint. All those fools, they're full of shit because they're doing the same fucking thing. I don't get that. I don't fucking get that. Like, sure, Comic Tom's got a fucking eBay account. He sells shit. If you want to pay overpriced fucking for shit, you can go on there and buy shit. I'm sure all these other fuckers do too. I don't know. What is there to expose? People are jealous. Fucking Comic Tom fucking puts in work. I don't even like Comic Tom. Like, not from a fucking like, oh, Comic Tom's a piece of shit kind of a thing. I don't watch his videos, right? Like, I don't need his videos for my collection. You know, I don't need to know what he's talking about for me to be collecting. And I just think that people put so much value into what a person says without doing anything themselves. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Totally. So, my comic shop, I only go to one comic book shop. There's a few here in my town. I go to one comic book shop because that guy takes such good care of me, right? Like, there's no need for me to go anywhere else because he fucking is such a cool dude that I don't even want to go anywhere else. And that's how it should be. I just think that there's some fucked up shit, and I think it's a lot of fucked up shit out there. And I think that you're better off just not dealing with these people. A lot of them. You're probably better off just fucking doing your research, waiting, patience, a lot of patience. Finding the right deal that suits you, right? That's how I am. You're not always going to be able to get that 9.8 in every book. Do the research, find out what you can afford, find out what's best for you, and you get that book. Like, so many of my books, like, this is a good book right here. It's not a high grade. I bet this book's a 4.0. 4.0. I'm stoked with a 4.0 of that book. And I think that more people need to be like that. Like, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. You live it however you want. But I think that you need to start being more satisfied by just having something in whatever condition it is than sitting there and going out and overpaying for something in high grade. At what point do you sit there and say, hey, a 9.8 is probably not for me? That's what I'm thinking. Like, we put such a high value on these graded books, 9.8s. I don't even trust CGC. Like, if I'm being 100% real, CBCS is such a better grading fucking company than CGC. Like, if you're selling books, send your books to CGC because you will get a higher grade. You will. But that doesn't mean it's a more accurate grade. Yeah. Like, let me ask you a question, Barb. This book right here, if you can tell, it's your basic BCW backer and board, right? It's probably a 4.0, right? I'm going to take this book, and if I take this book and I put it in a Mylar, it's going to look 100 times better than this, right? It's going to take this 4.0, it's going to make it look like a 6.0, 7.0. And I'm going to tell you it's a 7.0 because it looks really damn good in this Mylar. But it's still a 4.0. But I'm going to tell you it's a 7.0 because it looks damn good in this fucking Mylar compared to the BCW, right? I mean, yeah. And me too, Barb. Like, I've learned that, especially with using the two separate grading companies, I am 100% behind CBCS's grading compared to CGC's. I feel like if I get a CBCS book and it comes back a 7.5, it's a 7.5. I take that exact same book and I send it to CGC, I bet you it comes back at least 8.5. I bet you. Let me show you. Let's see if I can find where did I put it. I got a book somewhere here. This book in particular is a recent purchase of mine. This is the newsstand, 150 cents. You could tell the direct edition is 195 cent copy. So you can tell the difference between newsstand and direct. It's the price right there. 150 cents is direct, 195. I mean, 150 is a newsstand, 195 cents is a direct. This book is a 9.4. This book is not a 9.4. No way. Back of it, I know it's hard to kind of tell. The back of it is not very clean. There's some curves. You can tell it hasn't been pressed very well. And let's see. It's not very easy to see. There's a few ticks. There's actually two color breaking ticks on it. One right there and one right there. I know they're a little hard to tell. And there are like 3 or 4 non-color breaking ticks. And the back of it up here, it's not very clean and it's very ripply. Not a 9.4. This book is a 9.0 all day in its current condition. But you see, CGC says it's a 9.4. If I were to crack this send it into CGC exactly like it is, I would be hard pressed to bet that it comes back like a 9.0, right? I would believe that if I were to get this book, crack this book, if I sent it to somebody who knew what they were doing to get it pressed, clean, sent it off to CGC to get reslabbed, I would believe it would come back the same fucking grade, 9.4. I don't think there's any way this book can get a higher grade. I don't even feel this book is a 9.4. But I bet you if I would have sent this book into CBCS to get graded, it'd come back like an 8.5. I'm just saying. That's just my thoughts. I really think CBCS, as far as grading, is spot on. I have this. I have this. Yeah, absolutely, Barb. You're 100% right. Yeah, I have this Star Wars 7.5. I was kind of like, when I sent this in, I thought it was going to be in the range of 6.5 to 7.5. Came back 7.5. I was like, pretty stoked. Read the grader's notes. Looking at the grader's notes, there is a chunk out of the corner right here. I don't know if you can really fucking tell, but it's missing a chunk. There's a couple of spine ticks. Nothing major, but there are a couple of spine ticks. There's a fucking fold in the corner right here. You start adding up the way it should be. It comes out to about a 7.5. I felt like this was a very accurate grade. But I bet if I would have sent this into CGC, I really believe if this book would have been into CGC instead of CBCS, it would have probably came back at least an 8 or an 8.5, just based on the way that I see them grading, which isn't correct. I will stand by that every day. CBCS has done some fucked up shit. They've lost books. They've done a lot of things. Their books do not hold the same value as CGC. But I would put any CBCS book graded that grade up against the CGC and bet that it is probably more accurate. Just saying. When it comes down to it, I highly believe this book got a 7.5. This book is a 7.5. I'm 100% confident that's pretty accurate grade. But like I said, if I send this book, crack it, fucking send it in directly to CGC, I bet you it's coming back a higher grade. And that's not right. It's not. But CGC is more about, if you look at it, CGC is more about flippers. They fucking satisfy those people more than they do anybody else. Because flippers are sending in 25, 30 plus books at a time, and CGC wants them to be happy because they know they're going to sell those books and make money. That's how I feel about it. Might not be 100% true. There's no proof to any of that. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong. Not wrong, Barb. Not wrong at all. That was kind of what I was saying. I had this book myself graded as 6.5. Came back 7.5. I was stoked. Super stoked. I bet if this would have went to CGC though, it would have been at least an 8. But I'm not in it. I'm not in it for the value, right? Like, I'm grading books because these are books in my collection that I want to remain in that grade. Like, I'm just doing it to preserve my fucking collection. I have every single Incredible Hulk book, and I want those to be preserved. My collection will probably be handed down to one of my family members when I pass away. And I feel like, I will be making it easier on them if I give them my quality books in a graded fucking, slab. If they know that this book's probably in a 7.5 range, it will make it easier for them to deal with when I do pass away. That's kind of where I'm at as far as my collection goes. I'm an Incredible Hulk collector, first and foremost. That's what I've always been. It's not about comic books. It's not about the money I'm going to make. Because I'm not. I'm not going to make any money on any of this shit. I'm I probably will sell some books for a donation. Like I have a charity auction coming up in January where I'm just going to donate my books to sell. You know, like that's what I do. I'm not trying to make money off anybody in the community. I buy books that I like, that I collect, and when somebody needs help, I'm going to be there to help them. That's kind of how it goes. It's just, I've made a lot of friends, and I would do anything to help most of them. So, just where I stand. But that's going to do it. I think I don't really have much else to talk about. Just kind of bored, wanted to hang out with some people on a Friday evening. So, it's 2 o'clock, and I thank you all for joining in. Everybody who's here tonight, appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Hope you have a wonderful evening and weekend. Thank you.